Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am just Mike. You are watching and you are listening to the milestone events that is episode number 60 of the Rock Out Wild Show, where it is not just a show, it is a way of life. Now, if you are new to this video and if you are new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below this very video. You can also like or dislike this episode. And also, you can share the Rock Out Wild Show on all of your social media platforms, from your Facebook to your YouTube to your Instagram to your X to your Snapchat, what have you, whatever social media site you use. Spread the word and tell everyone what the Rock Out Wild Show is all about. Tell everyone you know also. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your acquaintances what the Rock Out Wild Show is all about. And as you see from the title of this very video, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, I'll tell you what the main event of this episode will be. Seeing as I am celebrating 60 episodes of the Rock Out Wild Show, key number there being number 60, I thought I would do my favorite cover songs of all time, and I'll keep the number 60 going. I will be ranking my top 60 favorite cover songs of all time from all genres of music. This is just my list. It's very subjective. You don't have to take my word for it, but this is a list I've been wanting to share since I started the Rock Out Wild Show last year. That will be the main event of this very episode. Also on the docket, I am going to present on this day from March the 4th in film and television, also wrestling, sports, and music. But to kick things off, I'm going to react to an old movie review of mine, a movie called Seventh Son. And before I get into this reaction, I am going to open up the webcam and say hi to everyone watching and listening to this all around the world, whether you're from Canada, United States, Mexico, or elsewhere. Let everyone know and keep the word going about the Rock Out Wild Show. So, I'm going to react to my old movie review from about 10 or 11 years ago. Well, yeah, 2015, so that would be 11 years ago. A movie called Seventh Son. I don't remember much about this movie other than this being a fantasy type of movie. So, let's get this going. Now, before I present and share screen this review I'm going to react to, I'm going to guess the amount of points I gave Seventh Son. Now, I don't remember if I like this movie or not. I'm kind of leaning towards I may not like it as much as I thought I did. I don't know. I totally forget this movie. So I'm going to guess I'm going to give Seventh Son roughly about a 52 points out of 100. That's just an estimate, but we'll see what I actually gave the movie. So let's present, share screen. Make sure the audio is on, and let's go to the review. And let's go full screen. And let's react. In 3, 2, 1, action.
You know when a movie is extremely bad when they don't explain a whole heck of a lot in the story. That's horrible.
Oh no, not a good sign.
Hey, what's up and how's it going, all movie fans in the movieverse? Welcome to the Mike McRock Movie Review Show. Right now I'm going to review a movie called Seventh Son, and Seventh Son is about a young guy by the name of Thomas who's being trained by the local spook played by Jeff Bridges, to take down the evil witch and fight evil spirits along the way. And this movie
Okay, right.
stars Ben Barnes, Jeff Bridges, and Julianne Moore. And
Mhm.
going into this movie, I was really looking forward to this movie, and this is a film that was supposed to come out in 2013, then it got bumped to 2014, to only now it's coming out this year. And is this movie worth the wait and worth the hype? No, it's not.
I
And to
figured.
me, this
I
is
figured.
one of the worst movies that I've seen so far in 2015, and I'll explain why.
Oh, here we go.
And the first thing that I noticed after watching this movie, I feel like that anyone who has been chosen to play every single part in the movie would just feel like actors that could have played anyone in this movie. I
Right.
think everyone is miscast in this movie,
Right.
and this movie could have been a lot better if there were other people involved and not what we had. And let me start with Ben Barnes. And Ben Barnes, to me, really relied on Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore. I feel like
Right.
he was along for the ride. And with that being said, there was no character progression from start to the end. There's no character development with the main character. And that was a big problem with the movie. And to me, when you have a main character who has no progression whatsoever in this movie, just raises a red flag.
Right.
And with that being said, even Jeff Bridges, I thought, was really overcooking it. I think he was really overacting. He felt like a cartoon. Same with Julianne Moore.
Right.
I forget her character motivation was as a villain, so anyone could have played anyone in this movie. Jeff
Mhm.
Bridges was absolutely miscast. Anyone could have played his part. And
Yeah.
Kid Harington was also in the movie, only for a little bit. And I think if he would have switched roles with Ben Barnes, this could have been a whole lot better. And this
Right.
is one
Yeah.
of those movies where you've seen it all before. You know, if you took a dump in the toilet for 100 minutes and came out and you saw the end credits rolling, you would have not missed a thing at all. When you've seen it all before, you've seen it all before.
That's a
And
good
so
analogy.
there's no originality to the movie. All you see is a bunch of CGI effects that are really, really bad, some really cheesy dialogue, and just over the top action that was just way too much of.
Right. Yeah.
And with that being said, this movie is so simple. Nothing special happens. This movie is way too easy. Even the ending, I think, really fell flat.
Right. Yeah.
And they also shoehorn a romance in the movie with the main character and another witch just for the sake of, just for the sake of throwing it in there. So
Just for the shake.
I couldn't connect with
That's a good
anyone
one.
in this movie. I couldn't connect with this movie as a whole. So with
Right.
that being said, this movie delivered 14
Oh
points
my
out of
God.
100. If you see this
That was
movie on
way
TV,
off.
don't even bother. If you see it out on the shelf, if it's available on DVD or Blu-ray, don't even bother picking it up. Just don't bother with this movie, period. But if you have seen this movie, what did you think about Seventh Son? Whatever you thought, feel free to comment below and give me your thoughts on this movie. And you can also hit that subscribe button as well to get McRubs.
Yeah. So I was off by 38 points with that movie. Oh my God, 14 points. That is low. That is low. At least it's not Mordecai low. I will give it that. But oh my God, no wonder I don't remember this movie at all. No freaking wonder. It's one of those movies that if I see it on like I'm going to go old school 90s here. If I see this movie on an old TV guide of some kind, I go hard freaking pass. No way I'm watching that ever again. Jeff Bridges. Yeah. I was going to pause it earlier, but I will say this. Sometimes you never know with Jeff Bridges. He'll either really overcook it like he did with Seventh Son that I mentioned on this review, or he would be a really good performance. sometimes you get a hit or miss with Jeff Bridges. So, yeah, Seventh Son, I don't remember a whole heck of a lot with it. And I will never, ever watch this again based on that 14-point value I gave this movie. On the bright side, like I said, it's not Mordecai level or Gotti level. Oh, I'll get to that too. So, that was my thoughts on the movie Seventh Son in hindsight. That was my reaction from my old movie review from 11 years ago. And now let's do some of the things that you normally see on the Rock Wild Show. A little installment I like to call On This Day for March the 4th. So let's present, share screen. Let's go to film and television. So let's see what happened in the world in movies and TV for March 4th in years past. In 1841, Dion Boucicault's stage comedy London Assurance opens at the Theatre Royal, Covent Garden, London. Or Covent Garden, London, I mean. Well, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway. Oh my God. Well, look at this. In 1922, first vampire film. Keyword first. Nosferatu, an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, premieres at the Berlin Zoological Garden in Germany. And let me tell you something. I love this movie to no end. Love this movie to no freaking end. And there's a reason why it's the first vampire film ever. Let's continue. In 1937, Ninth Academy Awards, The Great Ziegfeld. Paul Muni and Luis Rayner win. In 1943, 15th Academy Awards, Mrs. Miniver, James Cagney and Greer Garson win. In 1947, WWJ, now WDIV TV Channel 4 in Detroit, Michigan, begins broadcasting. In 1965, David Attenborough becomes the new controller of BBC Two. In 1976, second People's Choice Awards, John Wayne and Katharine Hepburn win Motion Picture, and Telly Savalas and Carol Burnett win TV. In 1979, The Ordeal of Patty Hearst, television movie directed by Paul Wenkos, premieres on CBS. In 1979, also, the 200th episode of All in the Family. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. In 1992, singer-songwriter Paul Simon tapes an acoustic concert performance for MTV Unplugged at Kaufman Astoria Studios in Queens, New York City. In 1993, Katharine Hepburn admitted to hospital suffering from exhaustion. In 2001, IRA detonates a bomb in front of the BBC Television Centre in London, injuring 11 people. In 2006, 20th Soul Train Music Awards, Jamie Foxx, Destiny's Child, and John Legend win. In 2006, 26 Golden Raspberry Awards, Dirty Love wins. In 2011, 42nd NAACP Image Awards for Color Girls wins Outstanding Motion Picture. In 2013, British TV drama Broadchurch, created by Chris Chibnall, starring David Tennant and Olivia Colman, premieres on ITV. In 2018, 98th Academy Awards, Best Picture, The Shape of Water, Best Director, Guillermo del Toro, Best Actor, Gary Oldman, Best Actress, Frances McDormand. And those are all the things that happened on this day in film and television for March the 4th. Now let's take a look at what happened on this day for March 4th in the world of professional wrestling. As you see there, a picture of King Kong Bundy, born in 1957 and passed away in 2019. In 1995, in Tokyo, Japan, Stan Hansen beat Tokushiki Kawada to win the All Japan Triple Crown Championship. In 2000, when We Will Make It Up to You, after a reign that lasted exactly 700 days, Rob Van Dam, and I'm sure you've done that when you pointed yourself when I said that, he was forced to vacate the ECW Television Championship. This reign was over double the length of the next longest reign in the title's history. In 2010, Angelo Poffo, the father of Wu-Ia Randy Savage and Lanny Poffo, he passed away at the age of 75. In 2012, ROH's 10th anniversary show took place at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. The main event saw Adam Cole, baby, and Eddie Edwards defeat the team of Ambition, Davey Richards and Kyle O'Reilly. In 2012, NJPW's 40th anniversary show took place at the Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. In the main event, Kazuchika Okada retains the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Tetsuya Naito. In 2013, WWE presented an old-school edition of Raw from the first Niagara Center in Buffalo, New York. The event ended up being the last televised appearance for Mae Young before her passing. In the main event, CM Punk earned a WrestleMania match with The Undertaker with a victory over Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show in a fatal four-way match. In 2017, ROH Manhattan Mayhem VI took place at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. The most notable happening of the night saw Matt and Jeff Hardy defeat the Young Bucks to win the ROH Tag Team Champions. In the main event, Adam Cole, baby, defeated Bobby Fish to retain the ROH World Championship. Also in 2017, at an Impact Wrestling taping at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, Ortiz and Santana won the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships in a four-way match against the team of Abyss and Crazy Steve, Adam Thordslow and Luster the Legend, and Garza Jr. and the Laredo Kid. In 2019, former WrestleMania headliner King Kong Bundy passed away at the age of 62. There's a video there of King Kong Bundy if you want to check it out on YouTube. In 2021, in the main event of NXT UK, Kaylee Ray defeated Meiko Satomura to retain the NXT UK Women's Championship. Kaylee Ray later on became Alba Fire, who is now a member of the Secret Service with Chelsea Green. But yeah, that happened in 2021 when Kaylee Ray defeated Meiko to retain the NXT UK Women's Championship. In fact, Kaylee Ray, if I'm not mistaken, was the longest reigning UK Women's Champion of all time. And those are all the wrestling events that happened. We have some birthdays here. Lucky Kid was born on this day in 1993. Dalton Castle was born on this day in 1986. We got Crazy Steve was born on March 4th, 1984. Sarah Stock was born in 1979. Devon Storm was born on this day in 1974. And born on March 4th, 1940, the Spoiler. That's right, the Spoiler. There's actually someone called the Spoiler in wrestling. That's amazing. So those are the events that happened on this day in the world of professional wrestling. Now let's take a look at what happened on this day for March 4th in sports. Nothing but sports. In 1846, 8th Grand National, William Taylor, a Board Outsider Pioneer, wins by 3 lengths from Culverthorpe. In 1857, 19th Grand National, Charlie Boyce wins abroad Immigrant at 10-1. In 1868, 30th Grand National, George Eddie Victorious abroad Irish 9-1 shot, The Lamb, Horse wins second, GN in 1871. In 1903, Stanley Cup, Montreal Arena, Westmount, Quebec. Montreal HC beats Winnipeg Victorias 4-1 for a 2-1 Challenge Series victory. In 1913, New York Yankees are first to train outside the U.S., Bermuda. In 1927, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Babe Ruth, becomes the highest paid player in MLB history when he signs a 3-year, $78,000 per season contract with the New York Yankees. In 1931, Dodd Bradman is bowled for a rare first ball ducked by Herman Griffith 4-50. On the last day of 5th cricket test versus West Indies in Sydney, Windies win by 31 runs but lose series to Australia 4-1. In 1933, Nordwick soccer team forms. In 1941, Chicago Blackhawks goaltender Sam Lopresti faces NHL record 83 shots in the 3-2 loss to the Bruins in Boston. In 1949, Piet van de Pol of the Netherlands crowned world champion in billiards. In 1961, 8th ACC men's basketball tournament, Wake Forest beats Duke 96-81. In 1967, Ice Dance Championship at Vienna, won by Towler and Ford, GRB. In 1967 also, Men's Figure Skating Championship in Vienna, won by Immerich Dancer. Also in 1967, World's Ladies Figure Skating Champion in Vienna, won by Peggy Fleming. In 1968, Italian boxer Nino Benevuti regains the world middleweight title with a 15-round points decision over American champion Emily Griffith at Madison Square Garden, New York City, in the last of the famous trilogy of fights. In 1968, the man himself, Joe Frazier, takes his record to 20-0 and captures vacant world heavyweight boxing title, stops Buster Mathis in 11th round TKO at Madison Square Garden, New York City. In 1970, Jacksonville is first college basketball team to average 100-plus points per game. Also in 1970, New York Rangers set the NHL record of 126 games without being shut out. In 1976, MLB's San Francisco Giants are bought for $8 million by Bob Lurie and Bud Herseth. I still left my heart there. In 1977, West Indian cricket fast bowler Colin Croft takes 8-29 against Pakistan in second test win at Port of Spain. Best test figure by a pace bowler from the West Indies. In 1978, 25th ACC men's basketball tournament, Duke beats Wake Forest 85-77. In 1980, 40th hat trick in NHL New York Islander franchise history, scored by Mike Bossy. In 1982, second double hat trick in Islanders history, Bossy and D. Potvin. In 1984, Pee Wee Reese and Rick Farrell elected to baseball's Hall of Fame. In 1984, tennis legend Martina Navratilova retains her WTA Tour Championship in New York City, beats Chris Everett 6-3, 7-5, and 6-1 for her 5th overall championship title. In 1986, Alan Border completes twin test tons 140 and 114 versus New Zealand. In 1989, Javier Stoudemire High jumps indoor world record of 2.43 meters. In 1993, first ESPY Awards, Michael Jordan, Monica Seles win. In 1995, George Foreman loses WBA boxing title, refusing to fight Tony Tucker. Instead, they turned him into a grill. That actually happened. Also in 95, replacement New York Yankees beats New York Mets 2-1. And those are, oh my God. The last one here is 1995. I expected more. Where's the rest? Oh my God, I expected stuff from the 2000s, the 2010s, and a little bit in the 2020s. 1995 is the last thing in sports for March the 4th in years past. 31 freaking years ago. Holy crap. Anyway, those are all the things that happened on this day in the world of sports, nothing but sports. And for the final thing for on this day, we're going to take a look at music for March the 4th. We see a picture of John, Paul, Ringo, and George, the Beatles. John Lennon declares the Beatles more popular than Jesus. Yeah, that actually happened. So on this day in music from March 4th, 1966, John Lennon stated in an interview published by London's Evening Standard newspaper that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ. That has to be the boldest statement not only of that year, but of the decade and of the century. More popular than Jesus Christ. The Beatles. In the UK, his words didn't raise many eyebrows, but when they were published in America later that year, just prior to the Beatles' third tour of the country, they angered Christian communities who protested by picketing concerts and publicly burning the Fab Four's records. Hey, come on, those are some good records, darn it. Lennon later apologized for his controversial comments, saying that he had been misunderstood. I mean, when you say that you're more popular than Jesus Christ, that's nothing to be misunderstood about. I'm just saying. Let's continue. In 2019, 49-year-old Keith Flint, best known as the Prodigy's flamboyant frontman, passed away. He took his own life. Born in London, he began as a dancer with the Prodigy before becoming their lead vocalist on their third album, 1997's The Fat of the Land, which featured the group's iconic hit Firestarter. Away from the Prodigy, he led his own punk band, Flint, and also owned a motorcycle racing team called the Team Tragic and Control, which won 4 Isle of Man TT races and participated in the British Superbike Championship. Who would have thought? And in 1974, ABBA released Waterloo, the title track and first single from their second album. When it won the Eurovision Song Contest, it made the Swedish group a household name, topping the charts in 9 countries across the world, including the UK, where it was also the quartet's first gold single. And they took a chance on them, that's for damn sure. In 2009, Britney Spears embarked on her first concert tour in 5 years, dubbed the Circus Tour. The artist's 97-day itinerary began in New Orleans and proved to be an extravagant spectacle that featured the singer, dressed as a ringmaster, shared the stage with a troupe of acrobats, magicians, dancers, and jugglers. In 1967, the Rolling Stones topped the Billboard Hot 100 for the first time with Ruby Tuesday. Though it didn't appear on any of the group's UK albums, where it was released as a non-album AA side single with the controversial Let's Spend the Night Together, it was featured on the band's US-only LP, Between the Buttons. In 1963, the Beach Boys released Surfing USA, the title track of the band's second album. Rock and roll icon Chuck Berry noticed that the tune, attributed to Brian Wilson, was remarkably similar to his 1958 hit Sweet Little 16, and successfully pursued the band for a publishing credit. Although it stalled at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, Surfing USA spent 78 weeks on the chart and became the best-selling record of the year. We have some birthdays here for March the 4th in music. Born on this day in 1944, Bobby Womack. Shakin' Stevens was born on this day, March 4th, 1948. In 1951, Chris Ree. In 1953, Emilio Estefan from Miami Sound Machine was born on March 4th. From Level 42, Boone Gold was born on this day in 1955. Jason Newsted, a member or former member of Metallica, was born on this day in 1963. Evan Dando from the Lemonheads was born on March 4th, 1967. And from Eighth Wonder, Patsy Kinst was born on March 4th, 1968. And those are all the things that happened, the big headlines in music for on this day in March 4th. And I do believe it is about that time for the main event of episode number 60 of the Rock Out Wild show. Now, when it comes to music, I absolutely love music. The first topic I've done on the Rock Out Wild show was a topic called What Music Means to Me, where I went over everything about my love for music. And it's not just original songs that I like. No, I also really, really like covers when they're done right. And for the past few months, I've been working on a list, a really, really big list of my favorite cover songs of all time. I have been adding to this for months. I had about 104 to start off with. I could have at least done a top 100, but I wanted to condense it into a top 60 so I can make sense of the episode 60 number. So the key number here is 60. And for the main event, I am going to count down my top 60 favorite cover songs of all time. Let's get this list going. To kick things off at number 60 on my favorite cover songs of all time is a cover song that was released last year. There is a band I like called the Rock Orchestra, and last year they came out with an album where it's nothing but covers. But only one of those covers made this list. And when I heard this the first time, I was absolutely floored with it. I almost cried listening to it. I have bone chills just listening to it. And I think it's one of the best cover songs of 2025. My number 60 favorite cover song of all time, Bring Me to Life by the Rock Orchestra. The original from Evanescence in 2003. Coming in at number 59 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by The Cure. This version is done by Volbeat. It's Love Song. Coming in at number 58 is Live and Let Die by Guns N' Roses, covered by the Guns N' Roses. The original done by Paul McCartney and the Wings. Coming in at number 57 on this list, wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you very much. Fools Rush In, covered by Elvis Presley. Now, this one was originally composed in 1940 by Rube Bloom and popularized by Ricky Nelson in 1963. So that's my number 57 on this list. Coming in at number 56 of my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by the Bobby Fuller 4, I Fought the Law and the Law Won, covered by The Clash. That's at number 56. Coming in at number 55 on this list is Enjoy the Silence, covered by Lacuna Coil, originally done by Depeche Mode. Coming in at number 54 on this list, Come Together Right Now Over Me, originally done by the Beatles. And number 54 is the cover song by Aerosmith, Come Together. Coming in at number 53 on this list, War Pigs by Black Sabbath. They done the original, but there's a couple of covers, but which one made the list? Well, at number 53, it was Cake's version that they done War Pigs. So that's number 53. Coming in at number 52 on this list, it's a tie between two covers with the same song. Originally done by Kate Bush, which was popularized again by the show Stranger Things. At number 52 are two covers by Running Up the Hill. One's done by Placebo, and the other by my favorite Stefano metal band, Within Temptation. Coming in at number 51 on this list is Evil Ways, covered by one of my favorite bands of all time, Nonpoint. Originally done by Willie Bobo in 1967, but it was made famous by Carlos Santana in 1969. Now we get into the top 50 portion of this list. Coming in at number 50 on my favorite cover songs of all time is, originally done by Tears for Fears, is Shout, Shout, Let It All Out. These are the things I can do without you. Come on. I've been talking to you. Come on. It is Shout, covered by Disturbed. It is at number 50 on this list. Coming in at number 49, Give a Little Bit by the Goo Goo Dolls. Originally done by Supertramp. Coming in at number 48 is one of the more recent covers from the past some odd years. Originally done by Metallica, is Sad But True, covered by The Who. The Who as in HU, the Mongolian metal band. Even the sirens outside know what that song is all about. Coming in at number 47 on my favorite cover songs of all time is a real funky, cool cover of Steve Miller Band's song, Fly Like an Eagle by Seal. Fly like an eagle, like my spirits carry me. Coming in at number 46 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by American pop rock duo I-10, is Alone by Heart. Coming in at number 45 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Guess Who, American Woman by Lenny Kravitz. Coming in at number 44 on my favorite cover songs of all time is a song originally done by David Bowie. By which song is it? It's China Girl. This cover is actually by Voltaire. So that is a really good cover. I highly recommend it. If you want to hear a cover of China Girl, Voltaire is the cover for you. Coming in at number 43 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by The Who, is Behind Blue Eyes, covered by Limp Bizkit. Easy, one of Limp Bizkit's really good tunes, and a really good cover, I might add. No, coming in at number 42 on this list, I Only Want to Be With You by Volbeat, the original, done by Dusty Springfield. Coming in at number 41 on this list is Patience, originally done by Guns N' Roses. This cover that I have on number 41 is done by the late, great Chris Cornell, the lead singer of Soundgarden. Coming in at number 40 is another David Bowie original. We're getting into the top 40 here right now. So at number 40 is The Man Who Sold the World, covered by Nirvana. They've done an unplugged version of this. Highly recommend you to check it out. Coming in at number 39 on my top 60 covered songs of all time. I only listened to this a few times, but a few times was enough. I got chills when I first heard this. Originally done by Joan Baez, Diamonds and Rust, covered by the metal band themselves, Judas Priest. Coming in at number 38 on this list, originally done by Johnny Cash and written by June Carter, Rain of Fire by Social Distortion. Coming in at number 37 on this list, speaking of Judas Priest, this is originally done by Judas Priest, I should say. At number 37 on my favorite cover songs of all time, Living After Midnight, covered by Disturbed. Coming in at number 36 of my favorite cover songs of all time is a song that was first recorded by Liz Sorensen, a French singer. But the original songwriter is a band called In the Swamp. But the person that really popularized this song came out in the late 90s and really gave it all. At number 36 of my favorite cover songs of all time is Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Coming in at number 35 is a song that no one knows who done the original. What I mean by that is this song was actually written in a brothel. Maybe by a poet? I don't know. But no one knows where the original recording of this came from. That very song is House of the Rising Sun. Yes, it was popularized by the Animals. But the cover that I'm choosing to pick at number 35 is House of the Rising Sun, covered by Brand New Sin. Coming in at number 34 on this list, originally done by R.E.M., Losing My Religion by Lacuna Coil. Coming in at number 33 on this list, Every Time I Look at You, I Go Blind. Originally done by 5440, I Go Blind by Hootie and the Blowfish. Coming in at number 32 on this list is a song originally done by Little Richard. It's another Elvis tune on here, Tutti Frutti, by the one and only, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Coming in at number 31 on this list, Creeping Death by Bullet for My Valentine, originally done by Metallica. Now we are getting into the top 30 portion of this list. Coming in at number 30 on my favorite cover songs of all time, You Got Me Tied Down with Battleship Chains. Originally done by the Georgia Satellites, Battleship Chains by Volbeat. Coming in at number 29 on this list, originally done by the Supremes, You Keep Me Hanging On, covered by Vanilla Fudge. Coming in at number 28 of my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by the blues legend himself, Robert Johnson, is Crossroads, covered by Cream, Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce. Coming in at number 27 on this list is a song that was originally done by Lacuna Coil, and it's a song that came out the past decade. At number 27, Our Truth, covered by False Memories. Coming in at number 26 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Lynyrd Skynyrd, Simple Man. This cover is by Shinedown. Coming in at number 25 is an absolute classic of a cover. Originally done by Otis Redding. At number 25 on my favorite cover songs of all time is Respect by Aretha Franklin. Coming in at number 24 on this list is another song that no one knows who recorded the original. Whiskey in the Jar, covered by Metallica. The original is not the Kinks, but it's an old folk song regardless. Coming in at number 23 on this list is a song originally done by Michael Jackson, Alien Ant Farm's Smooth Criminal. And I just have one question. Annie, are you okay? At number 22 on my favorite cover songs of all time, Killing Me Softly by the Fugees, originally done by Roberta Flack. Coming in at number 21 on my favorite cover songs of all time, oh, where can my baby be? That sounded terrible, but you get the idea. Number 21 is Last Kiss, covered by Pearl Jam, originally done by Wayne Cochran. Now we get into the top 20 portion of this list. At number 20, it's a song that was originally done by Mark James. And it's by the legend himself, the king of rock and roll. It is I Caught in a Trap, Suspicious Minds. Coming in at number 19 on this list, originally done by the Great Society, Somebody to Love by Jefferson Airplane. Coming in at number 18 is the first cover on here by Led Zeppelin, originally done by Jake Holmes, is Dazed and Confused. That is at number 18 on this list. Coming in at number 17 on my favorite cover songs of all time, Nothing Compares to You, covered by Sinead O'Connor, originally done by Prince. Coming in at number 16 is a cover by a group called the Sundays. They originally, the original is done by the Rolling Stones. That very cover is Wild Horses. Wild Horses by the Sundays, originally by the Rolling Stones. That's at number 16 on this list. The reason why I put this really, really high is because I grew up on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's where I learned about the cover. And I knew exactly what I heard. And that was a cover by the Stone song Wild Horses. So that's why it's all the way up there. Coming in at number 15 on this list, easily one of my favorite cover songs of the 2000s decade, The Boys of Summer, covered by the Ataris, originally done by Don Henley. Coming in at number 14 is an absolute powerhouse of a cover. Originally done by Dolly Parton, I Will Always Love You, covered by Whitney Houston. Coming in at number 13 on this list is a song that was originally done by the Cranberries in the 90s. This version came out, I do believe it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. That very song is Zombie, covered by Bad Wolves. What an excellent cover of a song. So emotional, too. If you've seen the music video for this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Coming in at number 12 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Carl Perkins. Well, it's a wolf for money, a two for the show. A three get rainy now, don't cat go, why don't you? Step on my blue suede shoes. Yeah, well, you can do nothing about it up on my blue suede shoes. Oh. Blue suede shoes at number 12, covered by Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. Coming in at number 11 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Kansas Joe McCoy and Memphis Minnie in 1929. This one obviously came out decades later. When the Levee Breaks, covered by Led Zeppelin. And now we get into the final 10, my top 10 favorite cover songs of all time. What is the top 10? Well, let's find out. Coming in at number 10 on my favorite cover songs of all time. Well, let's just say that this cover is by a band that I love. I absolutely love. They are my favorite band of all time. That band is Nonpoint. But which song is it? Well, originally done by Phil Collins, is Nonpoint's cover of In the Air Tonight. Coming in at number 9 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Bob Seger, Turn the Page by Metallica. Coming in at number 8 on this list, originally done by Simon and Garfunkel, Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, is The Sound of Silence, covered by Disturbed. Coming in at number 7 on this list is a song originally done by Ronnie James Dio himself, and I think this cover is worthy of the original. Sung by Howard Jones, led by Killswitch Engage, is their cover of Holy Diver. Coming in at number 6 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Big Mama Thornton, is Elvis Presley with Hound Dog. Now we only have 5 songs left. What is in the top 5? Well, at number 5, Black Magic Woman, covered by Carlos Santana, originally done by Fleetwood Mac. Coming in at number 4 on my favorite cover songs of all time is a song originally done by Chris Isaak. That very song is Wicked Game, covered by His Infernal Majesty. One an absolute banger, a hard rock tune that I think is better than the original. Coming in at number 3 on this list, originally done by Bob Dylan. There must be some kind of way out of here. Send the Joker to the thief. All Along the Watchtower, covered by Jimi Hendrix. That is number 3 on this list. Coming in the runner-up position at number 2 on my favorite cover songs of all time, originally done by Nine Inch Nails, is Hurt, covered by Johnny Cash. What an absolute bone-chilling, spine-chilling, gets under your skin type of cover this is. You can't get enough of it. You only need to listen to it once and you get the idea. But my number 1 favorite cover song of all time, I knew going into this exactly what my number 1 cover song was of all time. And that's by the man, the myth, the legend himself, the king of rock and roll. Originally done by Mickey Newberry. My number 1 favorite cover song of all time is Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, American Trilogy, covered by Elvis Presley. That is my top 60 favorite cover songs of all time. And this has been episode number 60 of the Rock Out Wild Show. I'm going to leave you all with something called Perspective of the Day, and it goes something like this. Healing rarely moves in a straight line. Some days you feel strong and clear. Other days, old emotions resurface unexpectedly. That does not mean you are back at the beginning. Today is a reminder that setbacks are a part of progress, not evidence of failure. Healing moves in waves. Each wave brings information. Be patient with yourself when emotions come up. They are not here to punish you. They are here to be processed. You are allowed to have difficult days without questioning how far you have come. Growth continues even when it feels messy. Treat yourself with compassion today. You are learning how to carry yourself through change, and that takes time. This has been episode number 60 of the Rock Out Wild Show, and I am your host, Just Mike. On a final note, to all of you watching and listening to this episode of the Rock Out Wild Show all around the world, get plenty of rest and always do your best.